Hi guys, I know this isn't my usual setup. I'm currently sitting on my floor after working a 4-hour shift. Excuse my lack of professionalism in this video. Not even professionalism, just lack of good setup. Still got the camera though, not filming on a phone, so that's a step. So the reason I decided to film tonight, I wanted to tell you these stories right after they happened. I wanted my most raw, fresh reaction to all of these stories. I just need to vent to you guys. I feel like you guys are great listeners whenever I have a story to tell you, and it's a pretty damn good one. There's actually 4 pretty damn good ones. So I just want to start this video off by saying fuck people working in retail. Literally every job that has to do with customer service ever. I hate it. I can't do it. I literally cannot do it. I was not made for retail. These stories are gonna prove why. It was just a lot on top of a shitty day, and it was just like, why are you so cruel? Why are you being this mean over literally nothing or things that don't matter all that much? It's not that deep. So the first story, I'm working at my little register. I'm a cashier at a clothing store. For anyone who hasn't watched my past work story time, if you haven't, shameless plug, just go watch those. I'll put a little card somewhere around the screen. I'm working at my register. A lady comes up and she's buying a coat, right? And it's like a $45 coat. That's all she's buying. And we have coupons going on at our store right now, but it's only for like certain rewards members. Like they send it out to like certain members of a rewards program. I don't know. It's like a select thing. If you're the lucky one, you're the lucky one type deal. But she walks up to my register and she's like, oh, I heard that there's a coupon that you can give me. And I was like, oh yeah, do you have it with you? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh, well, do you have the app? Like basically just give her my whole rundown of how she can get the coupon if she's one of the lucky people that ends up having this coupon. My shoulder itches. And she's like, oh no, I'm not like a part of the reward. I just want the coupon. And I was like, oh. She told me that someone had told her that she could have it, and I was like, what? Yeah, she just basically goes on about this coupon for a very long time and is like,
oh yeah, I just want the coupon.
and I was like, oh, well, there's a 15% off we can give you if you sign up for the Wi-Fi. And she did end up signing up for the Wi-Fi, so I was like, oh yeah, okay, you can have the 15% off. Cool. Problem solved. No. Not problem solved. She started whining and shit and saying,
oh no, there's one higher than 15% that I want. I want the 30% off.
And I was like, oh, well, the highest one I can give you is the 15%. She just keeps going on about the coupon. And I'm sorry if this story sounds repetitive. It is, because she's whining about the same thing and I'm giving her the same exact answer. She points to a lady at another register cashing out. She goes, oh, well, can I use hers? And I was like, oh, did you come here with her? And she was like, well, no. And I was like, so you don't know this lady, but you're gonna walk up to her and be like,
hey, let me get that coupon.
I'm like, no, that's not how it works. So I look at her and I'm just like a little bit shocked and baffled. So I go, no, it doesn't work like that. Like you can't just walk up to a random person and ask them for their coupon. I mean, I'm sure in that situation they'd feel pressured enough to give it to you, but like that's such a weird thing to do. And I don't think we can do that unless it's like you came with the person and like the one person has the coupon. I don't know. So eventually she stops whining. She gets like really pissy and like pissed off because like I didn't give her anything higher than 15%. But you still got the 15% when you didn't even have a coupon. So
why are you whining?
But yeah, she cashes out, takes her coat for 15% off, leaves the store. And I was like, okay, that's probably my only nutcase for the day. I'm good, right? No. Not right. I was wrong. I was wrong again. So the next customer I had was a family that came in to buy toys, and they were buying like, I don't even know what they were buying. It was 2 toys, okay? They come to my register, I cash them out. They're super nice. We're talking a little bit. I can't say this without like giving away where I work. So like 2 and 2 together, I don't know. So I have to look up their card for them. And when you look up the card, that means they're paying with the card and putting usually the whole purchase on the card. I look up the card, I'm like, okay, so you're paying with it? And he goes, yeah. And I go, okay, it's gonna be, I don't know how much it was, like $42.50 on the card. And he goes, okay. And I was like, all right. So I put it through and I hand him his receipt. As I'm handing him his receipt, he's handing me a gift card. And I was like, what? Then his wife hands me some cash. Did I not just ask you if this was cash or card? I'm sorry. Like, what are you on? What are you not understanding? I thought common sense was common, but apparently it's not as common as people make it out to be. I can't with people. So I hand them the thing and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I thought you said to put it on your card. They did. And I was like, you have to take this up to customer service. They can correct it there. Like, I'm sorry for any confusion. And the wife is like looking me up and down like, why are you looking at me like that? And then she's like talking down to me. Like, I was like, bitch, you told me to put it on the card. Except I was like, I'm sorry, like customer service can help you. And she's looking me up and down. They're slowly gathering their shit, looking me up and down. Like they want to say something, but they won't. Like, bitch, if you have something to say,
say it to me.
I'm at work anyways. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't care enough to lose my job over you being an ass. like being super rude, and I look at her and I just go, have a great night. So next, like this big family came in, and I don't know why we constantly get these like big families of like 10 people just coming in all together. But yeah, we had like a big family, and they walk up and immediately they're like, oh, can we sign up for like your rewards program so we can get the discount? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. Because keep in mind, the other lady that I was talking about earlier, she could have got the discount too if she's like signed up for this rewards program, but she didn't want to. These people actually wanted to. At first, it was like a really confusing process of, can you use my green card to sign me up? And I was like, no, I need to use your license. They told me like she didn't have a driver's license at first. So I was like, oh, okay, like I can ask my manager if I can sign you up with the green card. Ended up like not being able to. They go, like as soon as my manager comes over, they go, oh, no, like we have her driver's license. And I was like, you just told me that she didn't have a driver's. It was really annoying. But I signed them up. I have them do all of this stuff. Like I do this whole like 5-minute long process, and the discount ended up not coming off of one of the items that they really wanted the discount off of. So they got really like mad and like annoyed with me, and they were like, you said that the discount came off of this. And I was like, no, I did not. So they're like yelling at me and my manager, and they're like, you know what, actually I'm gonna cancel the application for the rewards program. We don't need it anymore. We just wanted the discount on that one item. And we were like, so you want to cancel the whole application because you didn't get a discount on one item? And we were like, but you still get a discount on other things. And they were like, no, we're just gonna cancel it. And we're trying to like talk them into keeping the rewards program thing, because obviously that benefits both of us. They're all just like, oh no, we don't need it. And I'm just like, you made me fill out the application, go through all of this just to cancel it at the last minute. I can't work retail. I wasn't built for this. So yeah, they canceled it, and they were super rude about it, and they tried to tell me what I said when I did not say that, and I hate people. Anyway, for our last story, it's just a little bit of a misunderstanding. This one was probably the most understandable out of all of these, but this was the last one to happen for tonight, so I saved it for the last. So basically, a man came up and he was buying like a ring, and he was with his wife. So they were both buying this ring. I put it through on their card, and again, I was like, okay, cool. So I just put the whole transaction through on his card like he asked me to. Again, I double check, make sure he wants me to put the transaction through on his card. This isn't hard to understand.
I would also just like to mention that the card he was paying with was like his store card. So when I say like he's gonna make a payment, like he's paying off his store card. Kind of failed to mention that, sorry.
So I put it all through, and he's like, okay, I want to make a payment. And I was like, okay. So I go to make the payment, and I was like, how much is the payment for? He said like $100. And I was like, okay, cool. So I put the payment through for $100. And I was like, okay, that'll be $100. And he's like, what? And he's like super confused. So I'm like, you wanted to make the payment on the card, right? And he was like, no, I already paid for the ring. And I was like, but you just said you wanted to make another payment for $100. So what would the $100 payment be? And then he keeps telling me that he didn't say he wanted to make a payment on the card. And then I have to call my manager over because I'm super confused and I'm not dealing with this. And then my manager comes over and he tells her that he does want to make a payment. And I was like, bitch, you just told me that you didn't. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm quitting. Not actually. I kind of like really need the money. But yeah, so that was just a misunderstanding. And then we're super rude about it still. It was just really annoying. And I'm kind of really fed up with the way people treat other people in this world. But yeah, those are my little stories for the day. I hope you guys at least laughed a little bit. Again, I hadn't had a bad customer in months. And suddenly like today I get like 4 in the span of a few hours. Like, are you kidding me? I don't know what that was for, but at least I got a story time out of it. I'm gonna go so I can go on with my night and stop being stressed about this little work situation. I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did like this video, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow my channel. Go follow all my socials. They're all at avamerceis, except for my Snapchat, which is at ava.merceis. Also, go check out my Etsy shop. I have an Instagram for it too. On that note, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Alright, I will see you guys next Wednesday or whenever else I'm posting a video. Alright, I love you guys. Bye!